It's go time. It's September. September 2023 is 7 energy, like the year. So it mirrors it and amplifies it. It dials it up. It's like you're turning that thermostat up really high. I'm Daphne, your purpose and spiritual confidence alchemist, with your September energy forecast. So when I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at notes because there's so much to share. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. September is all about trust. You remember that the overall theme, that your work for 2023 is to embody trust more and more deeply. 7 energy in September is about that trust too. It's about trust and do. It's go time. It's time to trust yourself and do the thing. To learn from what you do, to trust again and do the next thing. So it's like you don't need to know what the whole staircase looks like. You need to know that first step. That's it. You need to know where the staircase is going. So you need to know your purpose. You need to know your vision. You need to know your desired outcome and not be attached to it. Because that trust, when you're really trusting, you're trusting that you are in the moment doing what you need to do, not that your worth depends on that thing at the end. Because here's the thing, our outcomes often, usually, don't turn out exactly as we envisage. So, September, trust and do. More trust equals less fear. The more you trust, the less room there is for fear. It's like you have so much room. Like imagine a bucket. You fill it with trust. There's no room for fear. There might be a little smidge in there because, we always have a little bit of fear, right? It's part of being human. And as we expand and grow, our bucket expands and grows and we trust more. So there's more trust in there. There's more love in there because we're loving up on ourselves more. And so the fear has less of an impact. So more trust equals less fear. September serves as a mirror of the year energy and amplifies it. It really dials it up. It intensifies it. This is the month to check in with your progress for the year. How open are you to embodying trust? To deepening your self-trust? Where are you at on that journey? After the slower energy of integration that we've experienced through August, September really speeds everything up. September asks you to trust, take inspired action, learn from the action you take, and then take the next step. To keep on keeping on. Don't give up. Now is not the time to give up. You never know when you're 3 feet from gold. 7 energy in September reminds you that taking risks doesn't mean being reckless. There's a difference. That line between the two is different for everybody. Some people are more adverse to taking risks than others, so they're going to pull back and perhaps not take as bigger risks as some other people. However, you are encouraged to take those risks. That's part of the trusting, part of the growing. If we're not risking, we're constricting. So really the question is, where is your line between risk and reckless? Consider what is appropriate responsibility for you in any situation or circumstance. What's yours and what isn't? What do you need to let go of and trust? How willing are you to dive off the diving board into the unknown? Imagine you've walked up a diving board. You're standing at the top. Are you going to jump or are you going to crawl back down? The deeper you embody trust, the more certain you'll be of when it's appropriate to dive and when not to. The more you embody trust, the less hold that fear can have over you. And the temptation to crawl back down the steps of the diving board is less strong. Because let's be honest, we don't bound down those steps when we decide not to dive. We clamber up them with great glee and excitement. Think back to when you were a child and it was kind of, you'd be a race to the top of the stairs at the diving pool, at the diving board, and then, am I really going to do this? Am I going to crawl back down? Or am I going to dive? Diamond energy in the first 10 days of September asks you to view from a higher perspective, to be the eagle floating higher than usual. From that eagle's perch, you'll perceive an understanding of what's happening and imagine new ways to move forward. So it's about imagining, about dreaming, about, if I trusted myself, what could I do? What would be possible? And then you're asked to trust and take inspired action. Through the middle of September, we have club energy, and that wants you to lead with your purpose, to be purposeful and aligned as you take inspired action, to put the structures required in place and get things done. This month is about doing, about getting stuff done. This is not the time to lay back and be complacent. This is the time to take inspired action, trusting you know. Trusting what you know. Trusting that you know. Trusting you know you know. There's all those layers to trust, right? Heart energy in the final week of September wants you to go deep rather than be superficial. It wants you to stay in the flow of momentum, to keep on going, to stay committed, to stay the course. That gold is right there. Are you going to stop digging 3 feet from it? You know that story, right? Where this man purchased land for a gold mine, and he dug and he dug and he dug and he dug for years and years and years, didn't hit gold. He gave up. He sold his mine. The man who bought it literally dug 3 more feet and struck a huge gold vein and made a mint. What if the original owner had kept going instead of giving up? You know, are you the one that's going to keep on digging, keep on doing? So you're asked to keep taking inspired action, to trust that going deeper in your communications, whether they be with individuals, face-to-face or online, is appropriate. So, September, trust. Trust and do. It's go time. More trust equals less fear. Now remember, as always, this is universal energy that we all experience. You, of course, experience it through the filter of your personal energy bubble that goes with you everywhere in life. It changes and evolves and transforms as you do. When you're ready for a personal energy reading or forecast, please let me know and I will organise that for you.